I've been waiting to make this video. I've been waiting to make this grill. That's what I've been waiting on. We had to do everything in order. You can't jump ahead. I had to have this hinge on. I had to have this in its home place, fastened down. Now we can locate the front of these fenders and we can build this grill. This is what this channel is all about. There's a bunch of cutting and welding to get to the car design, but this is what I like the best. This is making that grill, making it look the way I want it to look, and making it cheap out of just U-Pull-It parts. So all along, the plan was to use these parts off of the Jeep, these door frames, and we would put them on there, but they look bad. They're a bad shape, and this curve is a little too slow. So I'm gonna go to the U-Pull-It yard and we're gonna cut off some more window frames. We're gonna find some that will fit our business much better. And now that we've moved the rack back, the whole program will get to shift back. This is gonna be great. Let's go. At Andy's U-Pull-It today, and we're out here to find a door frame to make a grill out of. And I've decided it's gonna be one of these little foreign cars, little Mazda, but I want you to look at something, take a little bit of consideration. If you use the front of this, see how slow that we have a slow bend and then it gets straight. And I looked at that on all the Chevrolets and Fords and the PT Cruisers and all that. And then I came across this in the back. Look how quickly this turns. It's straight, it turns and is straight again. And I was out here earlier, so I know all this. I'm practiced up. It has a little tiny bit of a bow to it, which is a good thing, because this would be the front of the car. This would be the front. And when you pull all this rubber off of it, it has a little ridge. I think maybe I can use this ridge. Maybe, maybe not. But we're about to find out. However, I didn't stop looking. I really like this very much. But remember, it is straight, a bend, and straight. If this is the bottom of your grill, it really raises this up. It makes a big V before you go back to your frame here. And as we look around, here's another one. Same car, probably the same door. Straight, a bend, and straight again to the nose of your grill. And that would be an interesting look. Anyway, RX-8, how cool is that? Look how little these little rotary engines are. They're just tiny with a lot of power. Anyway, kind of getting off subject. Here is the car, I think. How exciting is that? Let's see if we can figure out what it is. It is a 97 Mazda Protege. 97 Protege. And let's look at the same side where we can. This particular window, if you look at this, it's straight and bends and keeps bending. Not much. There's not much difference, but I'll take any difference I can get. That is one nice look. And then, let's see if we can get this. Hold on 1 second. Let me get the pliers out here. These, here they are, stuck in my pocket. I've had these little snap-on pliers. Well, I'll tell you about these little snap-on pliers. These are my father's. He always carried them in his pocket as long as I ever remember. And when I was a kid, my sister, my brother, we would get when our teeth were coming out, we could get these exact pair of little pliers and put a wash rag and grab the tooth and try to pull it out. We never could naturally, but anyway, the exact pair of snap-on pliers that he's had his whole life. Here, we'll get off subject again. But here we are. If we pull all this off, and it just comes right off about like that. And it has the nice little ledge. This is where the side of the body would tack on there, or some side. Tack on there. It has a little bow to it like that. And if you didn't have the hood, and I may incorporate this under the hood, but I think we're gonna have a hood coming over this. Actually, it's gonna be the other way. But anyway, it's a pretty good look. And you'll notice these are electric windows. Here's one on this side. It's good they opened easy. All right, I'm gonna get the Sawzall out. I've got a cordless Sawzall that I've had for a while. And I want you to notice, since I am a certified Sawzall samurai, how I can work. This will be open and the glass is up, and I want you to notice how I can work the Sawzall around the glass here. Pay particular attention to the angles that I'm using there. Here we go. Well, we're back from the U-Pullet yard. That was a good trip. I like Andy's U-Pullet. He always keeps the grass clipped. No mud. And we got our door frames. I got a question for you. Did you really think I was gonna cut around the glass? Look at this. There's the door frame. This is the driver's side. No, this is the passenger side rear. And it is going to end up like this. End up being the driver's side. Now I want to show you something. I don't know whether I can do this with one hand. See what I just did there? I turned it sideways. See this little ridge? Look at that. It's got a little lip that's welded on there. That metal could go right behind, let's say, this metal could tuck in. Let me see if I can hold it with one hand. Here we go. I wonder if I can change this focus. Hold on a minute. Oh, that helped. Now, the angle of this. If we turn this paper and get the angle of this, the paper is just showing where the metal's gonna tuck in later on. And if we get it on the same way, this top piece is gonna be cut away. And let's kind of hold that up there and look what that does to the bottom. It's gonna let the bottom hang out like that. So, pretty cool. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna cut this off right there. I'm gonna trim these off and we'll hook them together. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to put you right here where you can see. Here. That one's got a little rubber in it. Cool. It's gonna go like that. Now it's gonna, oh, let's look at this. Hey, here's the, that's the one to frame off the Jeep. Don't know which one it is. Let's say it's this one. See the way that turns differently? This one turns a lot quicker. And this, of course, we're going to push this back. Let's see how we're going to do this. Something like that. Oh, that's a good start. We got to rearrange all this stuff and push the hood back. And I don't know how we're going to do that. I'm going to push this hood back, and I'm going to put enough wood and props and everything up under there where I can get it back and spread apart here in the middle. And I will be, oh, also, I think what I'm going to do, we know these tie rods are going to come up at least this far, 3 inches. They're probably going to come up, let's call it 4 inches. This is going to come up right where the grill comes across. It's going to come up 4 inches. So I may put some blocks in there just where I can tell where my clearance is. I'm going to go do all that, and I will be right back. All right, I did get these little spacers on right here, and this spacer on, and also I hot glued this piece of flat stock on there, that piece of sheet metal, because we have to be able to register this thing. It is so hard to hold in any one position and go back to that position. So by putting that piece of metal in there, at least we know where we are at all times. Another thing that's going to happen, we've been waiting to put this hood on there. I took the little C-purlin piece off, but it is ultimate important that this piece of C-purlin be straight. It just is gonna be the soul of the car, and if you get that thing crooked where it looks like the Duke boys just jumped the ditch, it'll be horrible. We had to pay a lot of attention to getting that straight. And so I'm gonna string it down there, and I'm gonna tie it to this chair over here, and we'll know how far up to put the hood. I can brace it up and down with this stick, and then we've seen it laying there loose the whole time we built the car, but this thing really stands up nice and proud, and these things get in line. It is going to be wonderful. So I'm gonna put these strings on there and maybe prop that hood up, and I'll be right back. And so it goes. String goes flat, little wooden bracket is flat. The grill has that little turnout at the front. Top of the grill is gonna be 30 inches off the ground. Tires 26 diameter. Just looking at this, looks to me like it's narrow at the bottom, fat in the middle, little narrow at the top. But I measured it, and it's an optical illusion. It's fat at the top, narrow in the middle, and narrower at the bottom. This may take more than one episode. Thanks for tuning in.